going on, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Double M Motorsports. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. We're getting ready to roll into the New Year's here. So we're going to do a first work day on the car, but there's a few things we got to take care of first. So stick around and enjoy the episode. All right, we are here in my super secret workshop area for the winter. Start getting this car body panels and stuff taken off today. That way I can get new body panels made and get this car ready for next year. But first things, you can tell I don't have very good lighting in here. I put got a little propane heater so I can get some heat out here for this winter. But I've got to take care of this lighting issue so I can see what in the world I'm doing. So I'm going to put a new light over here, so we'll take care of that first. All right, we got some light in here, so that's a little better. I'll be able to see what I'm doing now on the car there behind us. So, anywho, next up, let's start ripping the body off this thing. We'll get the tires and wheels off of it. The car's already up on jack stands, so we'll start ripping the body off on the passenger side here, and I'm going to be taking the deck off the sail panels too, because they've done some rule changes this year. And we get to run a 2-inch spoiler, but we've also got to change our sail panels up a little bit, so I got to make these. So that's what we're getting ready to start next. All right, so we got the doors off, the rear quarters, and the sails. Starting to get there. Next, I'm going to take off this rear deck. I want to replace the rear deck because it's just got, we're cracked out there. I don't know how well you can see it or not. Just kind of shoddy work. I want to redo the fuel cell area. I want to make that, where there's a channel here, and this whole panel slides in instead of being riveted on. And then we'll just have clips that clip it on there. That way I've got better access to the fuel cell. Because I've got the new to me one that meets our rule specs. So we're going to be taking that one out. And then I've got to cut this cross bracing out so I can get it all the way back here, because this one's a lot wider this way than that old one is. But let's see if I can get over here. Kind of tight space. I love having a indoor place to work on this car at and store it at, but it's tight with my jet skis in here. You can see I'm cracked out right there. That's all bent up, so. And then there's just a million holes in this thing because I switched everything to bolts, which was awesome. I love having everything on bolts, but I've got a lot of holes in this thing now. But this thing's just all dented, so I'm gonna keep the front decking. I may replace, you know, that's cracked right there all the way across. So I may replace like this little piece here. Just kind of clean that up a little bit. That door is going to stay and this rear quarter is going to stay. I'm replacing the other side because they hit a wall at some point before I got it. So anyhow, that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to get the drill out and start drilling rivets and see if I can get this rear deck off of here. All right, rear decking is off. This is the most naked I've ever seen this car. That rear T-bar wasn't even that well busted there, so I'm gonna have to re-weld that one on. But that T-bar that they had made up right there, it was just slid over the top of these. So I don't know if that's so they can adjust it or what. But so, all right, here's what's next. I gotta take the straps off. I brought my fuel pump so I can pump out the fuel in here and put it in jugs, and then I'm gonna work on getting this fuel cell out of here so we can start figuring out what we need to do to get the old one, new to me, older but new to me, one put in here. So anyhow, that's what we're gonna be doing next. I got 10 gallons pumped out of it. These little pumps here, I had this with my Legend car. It's just an electric pump. This is how I used to fill the Legend car up. If you've seen my videos, you've seen that before, but that thing works pretty good. I'd hate to try to siphon. I don't like siphoning gas, getting that stuff in my mouth, so that pump works good for getting the fuel out of that and into jugs. So I needed one more 5-gallon jug. I think I had about 15 gallons in that tank. So anywho, if you've never used one of those before and need a fuel transfer pump, I got that on Amazon. That thing works great. Let's see if I can get you the brand here. Deway, D-E-W-A-Y, I believe. But also works good for filling up your jet skis, because these things are a bear to fill up on the water with these big jugs. So that thing works great for that. So anywho, just a tidbit on the old pump there. All right, and there we have it. Fuel cell is out. What I've got to do, I'm going to call the video here. Well, so we'll end this video here, getting the body panel out and getting the fuel cell out. I don't have my grinder with the cutting wheel on it. I've got to cut these bars out here, these cross bars, and these bottom straps, so I can fit that beast in there. Got most of the fuel pumped out of it. So the reason I've got to switch fuel cells to begin with, this one's got the screw style top, which is required now. That other one doesn't. And it's also got that plastic flapper in there. So if you flip over, the fuel stops. And the other one does not have that either. So the other one's an old fuel cell. So I've got to try to figure out, this one's got 3. It's got a supply, return, and a vent. And the old cell just has a supply and a vent. It does not have a return on it. So this car doesn't run a return line on it. So I've got to figure out, I'll probably have to get a cap for one of these, and I'll have to see if these hoses fit with these fittings. They might, but I don't know which one. I'll have to do some research and figure out which one's supply, which one's return. I've already tried to take this off. I've got all the nuts that go on here in my toolbox, but I couldn't figure out how to get this thing separated off here. I probably have to take these off. These are probably holding it on too, somehow, I'd imagine. But anywho, so that'll be next video. We'll get the frame cut out back here and get it modified to accept the new fuel cell and start going that route. So appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll get all the body panels. I've got them all stacked over here, ready to go. So I'll get them loaded in the truck, and we'll take them to the house and show you how to cut out some new body panels if you've never cut out body panels before. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Now turn up.